Very normal size.
Yeah. All right, everybody, welcome back to All in All United. Um, Yesterday we left it real heated, real hot, Nico.
Yeah.
So we have the midfielders, and we want to start to get the ratings on. So without further ado, because we know it might take some time, we feel that we get into it one time, huh?
Yeah. And we will start with well, first and foremost, good night to the guys out there. Welcome back again, as Reem said, to All in All United. Um, and we getting directly into it. So we start with one of the players of the season, Reams. So far, he had a bit of an injury. He came back very strong. Without further ado, Scott McTominay, what is your rating on Mr. Scott McTominay for this season so far?
Now, I don't know if you remember, Nico, last season we was talking and we
Hmm.
were talking about Scott McTominay and Fred, and
Right,
I was saying that those guys are bench options at best.
right.
And when if you were to compare them to some of the better players out that are available out there or that playing with other clubs out there,
Hmm.
they still have far to go. But McTominay has really impressed this season. He really showing for his age. He's showing some real good leadership qualities. You've seen the desire, yeah, the kind of Manchester United drive that we are accustomed seeing with the likes of the Roy Keanes and David Beckham and them. You've seen that drive. In terms of quality, he has some way to go still.
Right.
So I was a little upset with him for getting injured and being out for so long, considering how thin we midfield was. I find that tackle we went in, I can't remember who it was against we play.
I think Newcastle. I think it
It
was
was
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Yeah, I find
Yeah, I
that
think it was
challenge we
Newcastle.
went into was real unnecessary.
Mm.
But that the kind of grit and determination we want from the players in midfield. We want men to know that they can't just waltz through in midfield, that men will go in on you. We were praising Brandon Williams for it yesterday. So I go give McTominay a 7.5, buddy.
Yeah. Um, I give him a seven, I think, and a solid seven. For large parts of the season, especially for the early part of the season, I think he was the person who was actually toting the team. He was driving the team on. He was contributing with some timely goals also. Yeah, so even when the time out injured and how fit he actually came back looking. You know what I mean? You see that he put on extra muscle, you know what I mean? Look stronger, look fitter, coming back through injury. That's to show you the kind of mentality and the kind of drive from Mr. McTominay. And again, as I said, solid seven. I think he's definitely one for the future. And just as you said, a lot of development still to happen. You're still seeing parts of his games where positional wise, he could be a little better, but you're seeing the improvement. And for that seven,
Yeah. No scene, no scene. So guys, as usual, you throw in your ratings as well, and we'll bring it up on the screen. So moving on to Matic. Let me
yeah.
hear you.
Um, Matic started off like honestly like a real dead horse. I mean, I was taking anybody else in the midfield instead of Matic. I would have take a Ghana. I was begging for a Ghana and Levitt. I was begging for anybody else other than Matic in the early parts of the season. However, since after the season, I think Oli took him out of the limelight, gave him time to really regain his fitness, regain some confidence. And I think after that, he actually came back looking much better. And because of that, he gained a 6.5. You know what I mean? I think he has solid option. Also, he got a 1 year extension, which is show that it's a show how strong he came back, how committed he came back. If it wasn't for that, he definitely wouldn't have gotten that 1 year extension. And on that behalf, again, a 6.5 from me.
I I I, I don't think Oli had much use, and he didn't think
Mm-hmm.
that he was going to use Matic much this season. That's the impression
Yeah.
I get because the first game of the season you saw him going with Pogba and McTominay as the double pivot. And for a lot of games, he wasn't using Matic. Until I think it had some post that went out on social media criticizing Oli for leaving out Matic.
Right.
And Matic liked the post. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? So I don't think in the earlier part of the season he had any plans to use Matic now. You know, Matic was there
Right.
as backup. But what happened is with the injuries that took place, it kind of forced Oli into a response. You know, and he had to end up using him because he didn't have any options on the bench. And I think as the games went on, Matic developed his match rhythm, and there was no turning back from them. I think it's real hard to drop Matic right now. And if we were to go back to last season, just as a reference,
Mm.
to see how when Oli started with the 4-3-3, and Matic was the man holding, and he had Herrera and Pogba. That was the best setup for midfield to get the best out of a box to box and to free up Pogba a little bit. And Matic was real critical in that. He was real key. I don't think McTominay or Fred could play that role as good as Matic. They'll get energy, you understand? They'll get pace, but in terms of the control and the intelligence, Matic had that over them. Back to this season, I think since Oli brought him back to the team and he was able to pick up, you know, his momentum and get into the run of games and everything, I think Matic kind of undroppable right now. The only wise thing Oli could do because of his age is use him, you know, don't play him so much games in quick succession now. So that being said, I give him Matic a 7. I think Matic do real good.
All right. All right. Right, I hope that 7 is like the 7 I gave to Young,
Nah, nah, I think Matic deserves
but
that 7 dog. Watch man, Nico, you remember that game against City?
what guys out there, let me know what I think about Matic season so far. You know
Nah,
what I
I
mean?
think Matic,
I
Matic
think they,
show himself. Matic show himself. Watch me that game against City, Nico, in the Carabao, Cup second leg semi-final. Matic was,
yeah,
for me, before that red card, Matic was the man, our best
yeah,
player on
yeah,
the
yeah.
field,
Yeah, he scored the goal also.
and he scored the goal, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So, yeah, 7 for Matic, man.
all right, all right, all right. You're being to me, you're being a little generous, but all right. If I give him a 6.5, so that is so bad from a 7 anyway. But I think as you said, he definitely started to show up after that early poor form in the beginning of the season. I think he really started to step up, Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. I think when you know a manager not
Mm.
ready for you, it is affect you psychologically. You know,
Right.
so in the early, he had known that Oli didn't have really much use for him now. So it would affect
Okay.
the game. It would affect the game. And it's only after he started get hero in a games and he started play, I find Matic, he pull back himself by.
All right, all right, all right. All right, so we're going to Matic game back good due to competition. Could be, could be. I think he was injured, To
Matic,
be fair to him
nah,
also. Yeah. No, remember Matic did get dropped for a good while, He wasn't even on the bench,
but
and it
no,
was
what
the
I'm
same. And
saying,
all he said was injury, And I honestly think he had an injury. I think he had an injury, and he really took time to recover. Oli just said goodbye. Oli gave him that time to come back 100% fit, and I think that maybe that will help. Look, even could say you give him a 7,
I
right?
tell you,
So,
Nico, Matic do good.
uh,
I find Matic come back real good. Rondell saying, 5 for Matic. Hey, boy, Rondell, boy. What, boy?
Ooh, Rondell,
Now, but I
hard boy, Rondell.
say enough. Rondell, you're
Mm,
cruel, you're
yeah,
critical. But the man have levels, so you know
mm.
why you give Matic a 5.
All right. Yeah. So going to Mr. Brazilian boy, the one who we thought that, well, not that one, right? Well, that's number 17, Fred. We had two Brazilians.
Okay.
We had two Brazilians in the midfield. You go save the next one, right?
So which one are you going with? The real Brazilian, the one who show up
The
lately?
real one, the one
Okay.
who showed up lately, the one who we thought also that he didn't have a Brazilian passport.
Yeah.
But yeah, he started showing a little thing. So anything about Fred?
Now watch my boy Fred. You see, Fred is a man.
Mm.
Fred proven real men wrong. And, you know, it is real affect me sometimes to see the kind of criticism he still gets. You know, but Fred, for me, his his entire game improved, and that was due to confidence. Because he's the next one they could have benefited because players got
Mm.
injured.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, if McTominay and Pogba had stayed in the team and they were playing week in week out without injuries as an issue, I don't see Fred getting much games. But Fred is one who took that opportunity with both hands, and he never let it go. And right now, Fred is one of the undroppables in that team. The man have the tenacity. The on the ball, he's so comfortable. Even though at times he just give away the ball, sometimes because he frame, it's easy to get him off the ball. He get body off easy. But sometimes his recovery, boy. Watch man, I'm gonna just give him a clap. You see Fred on the recovery though. Nah, I'm telling you, Fred impressed me this season. I can't say nothing bad about that man, boy.
Yeah, so what you say? What you say at 7.5?
Yes, Fred getting a 7.5, boy. Close to 8. Watch me, I get him how they say it, a solid 7.5. I get it.
Yeah, well, I get him a 8. I get him a 8 and you get him a 8, because I write him off. You can remember the beginning of the season we talk about this man gonna get married when it's pre-season, right? Why he couldn't do it all the time. And we say, well, boy, he thought he could have been in the Brazil national team for World Cup. And so we had to write him off totally. I say, nah, he can be serious. I was saying sold. I think, however, he got the chance. He got the chance, as you said, with injuries. And he really showed the Brazilian quality now. And you see how quick he does win back the ball too. That ball recovery does happen like, you know what I mean? Pastor Fred 8. So quick he does recover that ball, and as he going forward one time, he looking back, he looking at the side, looking for the forward passes. I think he has definitely been a fresh air. Anytime you see that Oli looking to win a game, even like Steve in Europa, and he want a result, Fred is one of the first men they seen on the team sheet, because he had a tenacity to break up the play and to play the ball forward. So I think I think Fred really redeemed himself this season, especially after the start with the game when I get married in preseason kind of thing. But he came back real solid, and every game I really want to see Fred in the team, because I don't think we really have somebody who could win back that ball as fast as Fred in the team right now. We know Matic positional wise, McTominay will give us the energy and the tenacity, but to win back that ball and to play that ball forward, I don't think we have nobody else in that team right now could do that better than Fred. So
Watch me.
on that we have 8.
8, yeah. Rebecca, thanks for the contribution. Rondell, thanks for the contribution, bro. Nice to have all inside. And we know Kurt is the usual suspect. He always there with us. Boy, watch me. If I tell you, Fred Long's probably big soda. That man will be running up and down non-stop. Sometimes I just question whether he from Japan, because them Japanese.
They don't stop.
Yeah, them don't stop. So I question whether this man he mixed with Japanese and Brazilian.
Right.
But I must say, even though I gave him a 7.5, it was a strong 7.5 close at 8. So yeah, no debate there, man. Fred really, if it had to be any contender for player this season, Fred had to be up in that discussion,
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah. Let me get some comments in. Kurt saying Pereira is Belgium born. So
we're going there next. We're
just saying, I don't know, his passing and holding possession improving though. Better on defense, but if you don't lose the ball in the first, he have a tendency sometimes he does. But I mean, for players who looking to make things happen, you'll always find them, losing possession is something even Oli said about Bruno as well. So I guess if a player not fully complete in all those qualities, you gotta give and take, So who next, Nico?
Pereira, let me go one
Pereira.
time.
Yeah, let me hear you.
Why? Let me hear you now. Go ahead. Go for Pereira.
Watch that.
You score, I will get Pereira. Right? It might be like the oil price in the US right now. Yeah, that's it. No. Right? It might be like the oil price in the US right now.
If is one man who feel he better than he is, it's Pereira Horse. This man probably good like me and feel he is pivotal. No, I'm telling you, you can see it in the man's whole body language that he really feel he better than he is, and that's frightening, because I mean you're going out there thinking you're doing this, and but your game real off. It's real off, You you're trying to do things that you know probably it has come off in training, and I don't know if that's why the man is want to try these things, boy.
Right.
But you could see the difference between when Bruno came in and how things was just coming together, as opposed to when Pereira was there playing in that advanced attacking role. For me, by Pereira again, probably a 3.5 or a 4 or something. We are telling you, Pereira for me. I mean, I like Pereira as a squad player, but nothing more than that. I can't be relying on you to be my main creative outlet. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, for me, a 3. I cannot give him more than a 3. I think when he not on the team sheet, I don't even want him as a squad player. Honestly, I don't want him as a squad. I don't think he really does bring anything to the team that even like we say we are in a position where we need something different off the bench. If it's defensively or attacking, even midfield organization, was something different off of the bench. I don't even think he could afford that now. So I really not seeing. All I see in that Pereira is doing right now is blocking some of the quality that we have in the youth system from coming through. Because really and truly, he don't add anything to us. Even if you look at even when Bruno came into the team and there wasn't any Lingard, there wasn't any Pereira. There was a sigh of relief. The whole world, all the entire fan base of Manchester United fan. That was just like a weight off the shoulder. The players was just, or fans going to games just naturally excited and just happy just because two of them was on the team sheet. So on that behalf, I don't think he for the entire season he really worth his grain of salt. I think Oli believed in him for large parts of the season. I think Oli is a psychologist also, because Oli maybe just wanted to get rid of them, but that's the you're just feeding them a little, you're trying to get them motivation to play now. Just to try to give 100 now, but 100 wasn't even 20. So again, 3, and I can't give nothing more than that.
When they could these comments cracking me up here, yes, Rebecca, you're a wicked girl. Minus 10% Brazilian we.
No, but you can't give it wrong.
No, but we really questioned his nationality throughout the season, because we had known even in the game against Bruges, he had some form of nationality with the whole Brazilian thing, and not the Belgian, and he show some confidence in the man and play the man, and the man still had a poor display by.
I think, but he came on, right? I think he came on in that game and he started.
He started.
Oh, I know he came on in that game and he went up for 10 minutes and he was the worst player for the whole game in that 10 minutes.
Oli trust the man for that game, and the man. But the thing about it, Oli went into the season, I feel real hopeful and naive to entrust Pereira and the likes of Lingard weight them fellas had on the shoulder. So them fellas were entrusted with a serious responsibility. Anyway, let me get somebody comments in. There's a real good point for Kurt make on Fred here. He said Fred needs to work on his shooting. Definitely, boy.
But coming in the end of the season, he scored a beauty. Yeah?
Which game that was?
That was a game where we hit aside about 6, 7, 8. That was in the Europa game.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Europa game where he had the assist and he had the goal. Yeah, I think he had 2 goals in that game.
Yeah, he got 2 goals in that game. But generally, Fred is real, Mr.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Kurt, you say one good thing and then they come on and talk about this confidence thing, one boy.
Nah. No confidence in that, boy. No confidence there, boy.
Simeon saying Pereira needs to set. He needs a set role to excel. I don't know, boy.
Yeah, playing like that. Because you get corners and all that. Then you think he was doing that could have worth something. He was bringing some decent corners and all, but still, that alone can help you.
Because check it, the man went Spain. The man went on 2 loans since Spain, and nobody wanted to keep him. Everybody sent him back. So Rebecca's saying man is a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's an excuse, because so it's Fellaini who's the best player to come out of that country. I don't know if I agree. Or if that shade against Hazard and them fellas, and if that's the case, well then I agree. Because it's shade by shade. Them fellas is no monument. You know, them is De Bruyne is a City man, and Lukaku. Well,
Oh God, let me do along that road.
anyway, let me move on. We move on. Who again is half boy?
Jesse Lingard.
Just
Oof.
watch me. You remind me of the substitution boy. If Pereira starts, we frustrated, and Lingard had to come off the bench.
Ooh.
And now
Yeah.
it's reverse. Go ahead, let me hear you. Lingard.
Whew. He and a 4-2 boy. In fact, he and in the midfield battle, he and Pereira fighting for last boy. You understand? No, and I feel boy. I don't know who to put lower than who, you know. If you really think about it, who to put lower? Lingard or Pereira? It's real hard boy. You don't know who. So Lingard at 4. Again, he not bringing any value, no value to the team. Just as Pereira, if you want something attacking wise, he ain't bringing nothing defensively, he ain't bringing nothing organization, he ain't bringing nothing, right? So,
Rebecca Wicked boy. Rebecca,
for
you're dead girl. You're real. Let's skip Lingard. Here we're going on. Here we're going on. Here we're going on. Let me be. Now, let me put some. Let me put a little. Let me attempt to put some respect on the team, right? Now I know there's a tall order. What I'm saying is I know we deal with this season, but you know Lingard, the man does have some patches where he does come in and he does do a thing for the team. You know what I'm saying? Last season he had a extended purple patch where he was scoring goals for fun. You know he made it. Where
Arsenal was Arsenal.
Arsenal with Emirates.
Yeah. Emirates.
He made Emirates his dancing place. You know what I'm saying? And the man really know how to you know
dance.
Yeah, and to real do what I'm saying. He knows a party show me now, but you know he knows to one. So for me, the thing about it is Lingard. He had the potential to make good for the team when he experiencing that patch, and I really feel the confidence hit him, and he had some personal issues that was hampering him and limiting him, you know. And look up now saying it, you know, he had some of the field issues. Now I know, remember these fellas are human beings at the end of the day. So things that happen off the field is affect on the field. And once that confidence hits on the field, is a real hard tall order to come back
So
from.
because of that, right? Your ratings right now we rating on performance, eh?
I'm saying no.
We not rating on personal issues and right and all that stuff. We rating on performance, right? And based on performance prior to the Corona break, right? Oh gosh. Eh?
I ain't saying no, but I just try to make something for Jesse now because you know, I mean, you talk about Jesse versus Pereira just now. If I had to choose, I mean, they're gonna be a tall or they're gonna be a real stretch, but I'm gonna take Jesse. You know, Jesse proved that he is useful during them little patches.
Right. Yeah, I think if I had to choose, I'll choose Jesse also.
Yeah, I see Rebecca saying, you know what, Jesse, you see, Jesse made the Gunners cry. He definitely better than Pereira.
Yeah.
You know, Kurt saying he did well last season, but again, you can see his confidence is not there. Yeah, so a confident Jesse is somebody who could be useful to the team, man, even if it's as a squad role. You know, I really don't. I mean, I know it's been a bad season for him, probably the worst he has as a Man United player. But I've seen better to know that he probably deserved fully all the criticism. You know.
All right. So we just score.
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5.
A 5?
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. I see Kurt gave him a 2. And Rondell gave him a 2. He said great ability, lack of focus is his problem. I don't get a sense of.
Right. I agree, and I agree 100%. No, seriously, you don't get a sense of title winning attitude from him. No. Think about it. You think you can really win a championship with Jesse Lingard on your team?
No, I never say I want Jesse to be my starter. What I'm saying is he useful.
I do.
Confidence there, and he hit a patch. The man is very useful horse.
I don't see him with that quality. I could honestly just see him in some of the bottom tier leagues. You know what I mean? They say in the Premier League, right? to Newcastle or Everton. I feel he might do good with them fellas. But in terms of winning titles, far off, boy.
Yeah, fair
But
enough, fair enough,
anyway, let me move
fair
on.
enough,
Let me
fair
move
enough.
on.
Nicholas, one matter.
Yeah,
El Magico.
Mata. I know we questioned Mata in the before the season start. We questioned not only Mata, but we questioned Oli in extending Mata's contract. Where I think it was a 2-year contract he gave him because we know Oli was talking about, pace, pace in the team, working on the counter, and then we saw Mata get a 2-year extension now. So then I started questioning, well, what does Oli really want? Because Mata do have that pace, right? Let me say the match up with the let me say if it's Marshall, Rashford, James,
Yeah, the
right?
game
He do have the pace, right? He do have the pace keep up with the game plan with these guys. So he was questioning it. However, with the inclusion of Bruno now, you see that totally different matter. Where where you could play with somebody with that football intelligence, with that football IQ, where you could see a pass on the other player telepathically could know, hey, you understand that way the spaces, that way Mata going and play it, or Mata knowing, hey, that way the spaces, that way Bruno going and play it. You saw a different Mata in the team. And to me, he's always been a professional, even for this season where he wasn't playing. Every time he played, he gave 100%. And for me, he gonna a 6.5. 6.5 for Mata for me.
I think what was the difference? The difference between Mata and Herrera is Oli before the season had started. He laid out, what he wanted and what he expected from Mata. So Mata went into the season knowing what his role was. And I think he said it as well in an interview. Where he would be more of a senior player to kind of nurture the younger ones coming up, pass on the experience, keep the level of professionalism in the dressing room. Because, matter one thing, matter win everything is hard to win. The man win a World Cup, man win Champions League, man win the Premier League. So he have that kind of winning mentality. And we need that in the bench. I mean, not in the bench, in the dressing room, sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
At the
um,
club in general, yeah.
club, exactly. So I think it was a masterstroke in hindsight that Oli kept hold of him. The fact that we had injuries and Mata had a bigger part than I think he would have thought that he would have played in the team, and he stepped up. I think in the early he struggled a little bit with the pace of the game, and I don't think he was able to impact the game that we'd have wanted Mata to. But as you noted, when Bruno came in, when men on that level, boy, come in, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes pace don't matter now, boy, No pun intended. But it's just like that because look at how Mata moving around the field when it have a person like Bruno Fernandez who on that same level. It's like, well, how Mata reach from there to there,
Yeah.
you know? And Mata covering ground too, So
I
I
can remember the goal against Wolves for the FA Cup. I mean,
exactly,
Mata was the man on the counter, eh?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So for what Mata have to offer, I think it was a masterstroke by Oli to keep him there. I mean, when everybody fit and really don't see how much games he'll get. So it might really mean that he gotta buy the time and really, I mean, I don't know. But
Mm.
for me, Mata again, a six, you
Right.
know. And as you say, he's been very, very professional. I'm gonna just go through some of the comments here. Um, it's saying Mata is magic, but he's not getting enough game time. But when he does play, his football IQ is high. To open up defensive, I'll give him a 7. Rebecca's saying as well, Mata have for a long time been the only excellent technical player United has. He lost all his pace, but he doesn't need it. Yeah, that's real true. Sometimes the intelligence doesn't always need pace.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a part of his game. He reads the game well, and we need players like that. Plus, he's a great person to have in the dressing room. Spot on. Yeah, and she given one a 7.4. A real high rating too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Definitely a die-hard one Mata fan.
yeah. Sure, you have our number 8 using your dressing in your closet. Who next, Nico?
Right. So you see who you wanna take? Is that I wanna take the mercurial Paul Pogba, right? Or the chosen one, or the new chosen one in Bruno Fernandez,
You're not gonna take my boy, PP6.
right?
So here we're going on right now. Pogba went into the
Mm.
season with a little bit of hate on his shoulder, based on the statement that he made in pre-season about wanting a new challenge. And we spoke a lot about that, on whether he should have do it or whether he should not do it or how he do it or however, right? But I thought that Pogba was very professional. He reported for training, he gave it all, and that was verified by Oli and so much other people who talk about his professionalism. Coming to the field of play now, um, Pogba is always the kind of player that's easy to criticize, because the expectation, and then when you look at the people around him, you see, it's so easy to target Pogba because he don't have the quality around him. Now, Pogba does do bits, but sometimes Pogba still has mature a lot in his game, especially in a team where a lot of reliance being placed on him. When he was in Juve, it had Pirlo, it had so much other players who could have shared the responsibility now. You know what I'm saying? But at Man United, where he would have gone in thinking that, he'd have some quality around him. But then when you realize the lineup against the likes of Pereira today, next week Jesse Lingard, and all the defenders just watching you and they're coming at you so, and you can't make a move, and then I realize Pogba just take a while to get he just get frustrated easy too now, boy, when things not going his way. But nonetheless, the man had real quality. Even the game against Watford, he was injured, and the man came on, and he was one of the best players on the field, and he only played 45 minutes. But anyway, we're talking about the season. Pogba was injured. He was marred by injuries that had him out for the majority of the season. I think it's only fair to give Pogba 6.
Yeah, I think that is my score. 6. I can't get, and I can't even say it's a solid 6. I wouldn't say that's solid 6. It's a shaky 6. Um, but however, I think it's a yeah. I'm saying I have a 6 but a shaky 6. Um, because again, Pogba does try so hard now, but to me he do have the quality around him, and as you saying, he lacking the maturity now. But the quality is there, the talent is there, the skill is there. It's just for him now, especially with Bruno into the team now, to see what if he could produce now. A lot of stigma we place against him, because of people coming out and saying, he coming out and saying he need challenges, or another challenge. However, I think if this COVID break didn't happen, I think we'd have seen a lot of quality from Pogba. I think he wants to play. I think he and all said it that he really wants to get back on the field and really show his quality. Um, but up to then, 6 for me for Mr. Paul Lelaby Pogba.
No, but one of the things, right, is, I just want to just go back on this point. People were criticizing and they were real critical because listening to a lot of the pundits talk about Pogba and how he said that he wanted to leave. And they're saying that he should not say that. He could have, but I remember how much times I remember not only Rooney, but even Cristiano Ronaldo after Real Madrid had won the Champions League. Ronaldo came out and said he wanted a new challenge. Nobody fight on Ronaldo, boy. But I don't know if it's because
because you win things. You understand what I'm saying? So when
no,
you're
but
consistently winning things, then of
yeah,
course you need a new challenge.
but
But if you
Nico,
never win nothing, if you win nothing, how you gonna be telling me you want a new challenge
all
and
right,
you overcome this challenge yet?
all right.
Right? You can't tell me you want a new challenge and you overcome this challenge.
So here am I right? Who Ronaldo was playing with? Look at
No, we're not doubting that. We're not
oh,
doubting that.
this is what I'm saying. You
We
feel.
we
You
saying
you
we talking
feel.
about the statement. We
No, no,
talking
no.
about the
Oh,
statement.
what
A
I'm
new
saying.
challenge is why,
No, no,
right?
no. I'm
Because
not
you
telling you
overcome a challenge.
why Ronaldo made the statement wasn't because he really wanted a new challenge, Nicole, let me get the facts right.
No,
Ronaldo
but
wanted to leave.
but you wouldn't fight him for the statement
No, no, no.
because he had done what he had to do.
Ronaldo wanted to leave because the president of Real Madrid did not come out and support him in his whole tax appeal, the whole legal implications and the whole legal battle he had with La Liga. So he come out and say, hey, I want to go, I want a new challenge. Now, the thing about it is this. If you look at what Ronaldo achieved, Ronaldo would have never achieved what he achieved with Real Madrid if they didn't have the quality of players that they have. Pogba was not given the right opportunity to achieve anything with Man United when you play him he and lining him up with the likes of Pereira and Lingard. And you are Lukaku up top who can control a pillow horse. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, what I'm saying is Pogba had expectations when he and promises were made to him when he came to Man United. And up to the point when he made that statement, it was not being realized. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I find the criticism he gained for making a statement that may be justified in terms of what he expected when he came back to Man United. I think the kind of criticism he gained for making that statement, I find that unfair. You understand?
Well, at the end of the day, all as fans we want to see is you're bringing that quality every week, right? We know you had the injury issues, you know what I mean? But after that, you know what I mean? Hopefully when the season restarts, we will see that quality now, that quality game in, game out, you know what I mean? Because players like, let me say, Messi, let me say, even if you go back to players like even Michael Jordan in his time, right? Regardless of who was on the field, he used to give 100% every single time now. And I think as fans, that is all fans really want now. Fans want to see you giving 100% all the time. Fans
But,
want
but,
to
how,
see
but
you
how it is judge whether a player giving 100% or not? Is it because Pogba
because you could see it as a fan. As a fan, you could see that.
but
As
if
a
the man
fan, you could see
frustrated, the
that.
man frustrated, but the man will be trying, will be frustrated, Nico.
Right? As a fan, you could see when a man giving you all. Don't give me that. You know
Alright,
what I'm talking
I
about.
ain't saying no.
Right?
I
Yeah,
ain't
as
saying
fans, that's all we want. Just give you all. We know you don't have the quality, but as an individual, you give your all. You know what I mean? And
alright, fair enough.
I think that was something we wasn't really seeing. You know what I mean? You were seeing that. I mean that
I don't know.
arrogance or
I don't
that feeling that
I
you're
don't
just
know.
fed up at this whole thing. I just want to go now.
I
You
don't know.
know, and as fans, yeah, we know you want to go, but just give your all now. You
I
know?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me get some comments here. Good saying I can't really give him a rating because of his injury. But the few games he played, I will give him a 4.5 because he played less than 5 games. As fair. Rebecca is saying he's not been horrible, but he just hasn't been good enough. Lack of quality around him isn't a good excuse because he's still not standing out among the crap we've seen. And we see
Right,
how
yeah.
great he can be.
Excellent comment, Rebecca.
Eh,
That was yeah. You see, you brush it off, yeah.
Good, good, good,
What's he
good,
right?
good,
No,
good,
what's he
good,
right?
good.
See how and this is what I've been saying, right? Because right now, if you really think about it, Messi and no quality around him, eh?
Who?
Messi right now,
Oh, come on, man.
Messi
Nico,
and no real quality around him. Players like
When
what
we compare the quality that
Griezmann. No, what I'm saying
the
is
quality
this.
that Man United play,
No,
that is
yeah,
short.
no. I no. Oh gosh, we're talking about quality around here. The quality that Messi accustomed to. He don't have that quality right now, but at the end of the day, Messi does stand out every single game. And if Messi don't
Nico
play,
can't have that.
most likely Barcelona cannot win.
Nah. You telling
If
me,
Messi don't play right now, right, any other team have an excellent chance of beating them. And the moment Messi reaches that field, even if he reaches with 10 minutes to go, right, have a high chance, but Barcelona could win that game. But
all right,
again, you know what I mean?
fair enough. All right, so I got accept it. I got accept it. Rebecca also
Right.
saying, I understand his expectations. Promises were made, and unfortunately, the club didn't deliver. It's been a mess of a situation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, One interesting thing though, which I think is a positive, is that what some reports were saying is that Pogba was kind of excited to come back, and
Yeah.
he actually reconsidering his contract situation because he's seeing where the club going in terms of signings, Bruno and the possible Jadon Sancho. So if a man see quality coming in, the man will be encouraged to want to stay around sooner.
Of course, of course, of course.
Anyway,
And then you form players like Marshall and Rashford also. You know
yeah.
what I mean? That could definitely encourage you. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could see the best of Pogba, in the future. Bruno Fernandez, Nico, let me hear you.
Good boy. Wait, watch me. That man only play for how much games? Boy? How much games Bruno play for we, boy? Yeah?
5 or 6 or 7.
That's how we gotta check because yeah, what I'm telling you, this man, right? He to me it feeling like if he was at Manchester United for years. You know what I mean? He just came in and he blew away everybody by storm. Um, and he has been excellent. He's been an excellent purchase, and it's a purchase that we were begging for, we were clamoring for from the start of the season, we needed that player, and we saying why it is that Manchester United, can't just go out and buy this man. How much ever it costs, just pay him, just pay for him, right? Because that is what we needed in the team. He has definitely been a breath of fresh air. For me, boy, you man had to get with the limited games, 8.5.
I
8.5. Yeah, excellent. I think he really gelled the team. Um, you're seeing a connection now between defense, midfield, forward. That's that one person that's linking the whole team. Where you're seeing a cohesive unit that man get 10. And I can't blame you. Right? I can't blame you because the only reason I wouldn't give him a 10 is because he really didn't play enough games to judge him over a longer extended period now. Because from my senior, you only played 9 games for the season. And in that 9 games, he was exceptional. He won man of the match we almost all. So 8.5.
yeah. I can't deny anything that you said just now. I mean, Bruno really came in and you saw he changed, everything. And I mean, you could have told that all the team really needed and what the team was lacking was one confidence in somebody who able to make things happen now. And Bruno came in, Bruno took the responsibility on his shoulders, and we saw a total change in the team. His link up play with Martial they just hit it off by, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
something happening between two of them, him and Fred, him and Matthias spoke about earlier. So I mean, Bruno is definitely the man, and he deserves all the top ratings that people giving him. Could give him a 10. Simeon now saying he is the midfield because I
yeah,
mean he all about the place, he making things happen. The kind of I realize even before Nico with the squad that we had before, you realize everybody in the field how to play it, but they kind of passive aggressive now. It's like
right.
if I make a bad pass, wherever, but Bruno louding men by
Yeah, yeah,
pointing at men, Bruno telling men move and go across, so do this, hey,
yeah,
you feel Bruno
yeah,
running over men and talking to men. So here we
yeah,
have we have a leader in the back in Maguire, and in midfield we have a leader in Bruno. And I be honest with you, I can't wait to see the kind of link up that we can get from here and Pogba house. Trust me.
yeah. We hope to see that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They really hope to see that.
So yeah, I agree. How much again, man? 8?
8.5.
8.5. I fully agree with that. Kurt saying the man changed the diet of the team. You see, man. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Yeah, Bruno came
Mm.
from Sporting like Cristiano. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, 10 out of 10. What a signing. I can't remember the last time I was so excited to watch United play.
True.
Yeah,
Agreed.
he really brought the standards up to scratch. Um, yeah, I don't know
Can't
why
believe we took so long. Yeah,
it
yeah,
takes very long to find players, but
yeah,
I think the pandemic affect he and all because he wants to play games.
yeah, boy. But definitely one of the signings are the decade for Manchester United, I would say. We were saying Pogba, but I think he trumped Pogba, but at least the 9 games he played, he trumped Pogba for the signing of for a decade for Manchester United. I think he has been so good. It's just for him to, just to continue that. Hopefully, we say at least by June, we say back to season football and he really still had that form now.
I
And
think
and especially injuries too. We had a hope that he stay away from injuries because he kind of drive and how aggressive he is.
hunger.
Um, yeah, we had to try to, ice him up and make sure he don't get any injuries.
What I think he have the edge over Pogba in his mentality. He had that kind of
Right.
leadership mentality now. I'm not saying Pogba don't have it, because we saw it in the World Cup. How he was for France. But when the going get tough, I still feel Pogba has some work to do now.
Yeah. Because you
Bruno,
see, at France, it still have people to take that responsibility now. But
correct.
at United now, when Pogba was there, Pogba is the man who had to do it.
Yeah,
And that is where he lacked that maturity now. So when you go and get tough for France, it has somebody else who would
pick up.
stand up now. But
Yeah,
for United, we do have that. But we didn't have that.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
we have it. I think we having that now.
So I mean, as Kurt saying, everybody wants to see this link up, boy. Everybody want to see this link up.
Mm.
And yeah, Simeon spot on. He's shouldering the response. He's taking it. He carrying the team. Bruno carrying
Yeah.
it now. You know, Rebecca is saying he just said the other day that football is not just about playing, it's about winning. That's the mentality we want. You know, that the
Of
mentality
course, of
actually
course.
lacking for how much years. Men just passive.
Yeah,
We lost.
yeah, yeah,
All right, so next game we go play next game now, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, when we don't play good or we lose that game, it is affect Bruno Fernandes now, boy.
Yeah, I don't think we lost any game that he played. We lost any game that he played in. Oh
No,
God, I can't remember.
no,
Yeah, I
no,
don't think so
no.
because yeah, we have been unbeaten. We have been unbeaten since January. Yeah,
You know, who? So I think we cover the midfielders there, Nico.
yeah. That is it for the midfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kurt, we did.
I think we gotta go ahead.
Yeah, Kurt, we did McTominay. How much McTominay? How much we rate McTominay again?
McTominay get about a 6.57, boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, tricked off a kid there.
yeah.
Anyway, we will get to the transfers, guys. So here what's
Mm.
going on. We realized that the time is upon us, so we got to do the strikers and next time, probably tomorrow. How you
Yeah, let
feel
me
about
see how we go. Yeah, yeah, tomorrow, no problem with me for tomorrow.
Yeah, Rebecca, we did Scott McTominay first. I think he was first.
Yeah, yeah, you are definitely first.
Yeah, we did him first. We did him first.
So
You know.
I mean, you could just scroll back to the first few minutes. I think, and you get about the discussion on Scott. Max Sauce 10 out of 10. Ah, yeah,
Probably we didn't agree with that, but to each his own.
yeah,
So guys, thanks for your comments, thanks for the interaction. You know, we got to do the strikers tomorrow. You know, so same time, same place, y'all. You know, join us and let's continue to share your opinions on how players have been performing through season. We definitely enjoy the interaction. You know, and I mean, just as you all, we hope that football could start back as soon as possible. You know, where we could bring more match reviews for you all, you know, and have more things to talk about. You know, so yeah, Kurt saying Scott before the injury was Mr. Unstoppable. You know,
undroppable.
Mr.
Yeah.
Undroppable. Sorry, and watch me. What are coming up with all these things, boy? Max Sauce, Mr. Undroppable,
Max
Max
Terminator.
Terminator. One tell you. One tell you. Well, let me keep the levels up now, God. Not because man, they've got plenty. But I mean, Fiatim, he's been really, really good.
Mm.
You know, Arvin, you're coming late, boy.
Yeah, late, late, late.
Who played today?
Yes.
Hopefully, we got the reviews coming back soon. Hopefully. So,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
thanks for joining in again. We'll be back again tomorrow for 9 to do the player ratings for the strikers. You know, and we have some other discussions to talk about. I think is transfers. You all mentioned Scott, Jaden Sancho. You know, so we have all them things to talk
Yeah.
about as well. You know, so thanks again, guys, and see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, good night. I've been come late, boy.